Hey there, and welcome to the Contentment Creator Podcast, the show designed especially for creative entrepreneurs just like you, who are committed to a beautiful life that's rooted in courage and contentment, and that's blooming with creativity and prosperity. I'm your host, Ellen Broen, a certified life coach, a singer, a mother, and a lover of alliteration, dogs, and deep conversation. This show is designed to become a part of your daily routine to help you, fellow contentment creator, dig deep to clarify your life vision, catalyze your creative flow, and fuel your entrepreneurial fire in just a few inspiring minutes each day. Each Friday, we talk about CEO care, and today's episode is all about what it takes to elevate your self-care during stressful parenting seasons. And I want to invite you to celebrate with me because this is our 100th episode. I have a small request before we dive into the episode. If you're a Spotify listener or a YouTube viewer, please leave a comment with one favorite takeaway or episode that has stuck with you ever since you heard it. And if you're listening on Apple, please send me an email or message on any of my socials about your favorite moment or episode as well. I would love nothing more than to hear from you and send a million party hat and balloon emojis to honor this special milestone in our journey together. I seriously can't wait to hear from you all. And now, on to the episode. If you're new around here, let me offer a quick refresher on what I mean by CEO care. On a basic level, CEO care is just elevated self-care. What you might think of as leader care. The kind of care that meets you at the level of responsibility that you're holding. If you're listening to this podcast, more likely than not, you are a person of service. And people who give need to receive. And CEO care is how we do that. Because when our capacity stretches, when you're leading in your home, our businesses, our communities, our needs do too. You're not just filling your own cup anymore. You're filling something more like a bucket, or on some days, a bathtub. And if we're going to keep showing up, especially in stressful parenting seasons, we have to raise the floor beneath us. To mix metaphors a bit, when we raise the ceiling on what we're up to in life, we must also raise the floor on what well-being requires. Because here's the truth we often forget in hard seasons. Your foundation matters most when things feel most chaotic. Stressful parenting seasons, whether it's sleep regressions, school transitions, behavioral challenges, or just back-to-back viruses that take out your whole household, can make even the simplest forms of self-care feel impossible. But in those seasons, your number one job is not to do more. It's to get clear on what you need. Not ideally, not hypothetically, but right now, for real. Sometimes CEO care is eating something warm and nourishing instead of finishing your inbox. Setting a screen time boundary for yourself so you can rest your nervous system. Asking for help before you hit your limit, not after. Reminding yourself, I don't have to earn rest before finishing this list. And sometimes, CEO care is simply refusing to abandon yourself when things get hard. Because our homes start and end with us, with how we breathe, with how we model boundaries, recovery, and softness. Our kids are watching how we care for ourselves, how we speak to ourselves when we're maxed out, how we navigate exhaustion with honesty instead of guilt, how we return to center again and again. This isn't about perfect regulation or elaborate routines. This is about your baseline. So here's what we can ask ourselves in this kind of a season. What does our new floor need to be right now? Not the ideal version or the aspirational checklist. Just the real, non-negotiable baseline that helps us stay steady, even when everything feels stretched. Maybe it's looking at the sun before we open our laptops. Maybe it's stepping outside for 5 minutes of fresh air before we respond to the tantrum. Maybe it's texting a friend and saying, I am overwhelmed. Can you remind me that I'm okay? Whatever it is, let's stop waiting for the perfect moment to care for ourselves. Let's stop lowering the bar every time things get hard. Because raising the floor is not selfish. It is sacred. It is one of the most powerful ways we lead in our homes, our businesses, and our lives. Our kids don't need us to be superhuman. They need us to be nourished, resourced, and real. So let's keep choosing care, even in the mess, especially in the mess. That's CEO care, and we're worth it. Thank you for being here with me today. Please celebrate 100 episodes with me with a shower of comments, messages, and emails. And if you haven't yet, leave a review with what you love most about this space we share together. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss a day, and join me in my mission to help a world full of content creators become a world of contentment creators.